Landscape mode achieved. Unbelievable, right? Okay. One more second to set up here, guys, and then I think we're good. Welcome, iRazor. Welcome, Desmond Enzo. Thank you for joining. All right, I think we look pretty good. Maybe I should go up an inch here. Bear with me. Too high. I think we'll be good. All right, we're good. Okay, so thank you very much for joining us for part 2 here of the of our prep for this weekend's 24 Hours of Le Mans. Very exciting, and I know I'm excited. Last night we did the LMGTE amateur class, and we went through a bunch of names on there, some sick drivers in there. As of the same thing we did last night, we'll do tonight with this evening, as far as kind of giving a little bit more of the breakdown of the classes and what each class means. And what I stated last night is, it's such a big race. When you just flip the channels, you dial in or you tune into the stream, or you're watching a race, and it's sometimes it's a little bit difficult to decipher exactly what you're looking at. You got all these cars flying around. What do they? What do the colors mean? What do the numbers mean? What does everything mean? So let's go through it a little bit. First and foremost, the LMGTE Amateur and the LMGTE Pro class cars are identical. Who's driving the cars is what separates the two classes. So in the amateur class, at least one of the 3 drivers must be is an amateur, like amateur, and the other 2 must have minimum license status. I think bronze. One must have bronze, and the other one must have a bronze or silver. So with this, we'll get into it right now, and I'll read exactly what the directly off of the Le Mans website. What is the LMGTE Pro class? So I have the official 24-hour site right behind me. The Le Mans Grand Touring Endurance, referred to as LMGTE categories, came into being in 2011 and include racing cars derived from street models for everyday road use from some of the most prestigious manufacturers, such as Aston Martin, BMW, Ferrari, Ford, and Porsche. The base production model must be a car having an aptitude for sport with 2 doors, 2 or 2+2 seats, open or closed, which can be used perfectly legally on the open road and available for sale thanks to the dealer network of a manufacturer recognized by the Endurance Committee. Okay, the LMGTE Pro category features factory teams and professional drivers, and the the color code for each car's race number is the white number with the green background, whereas the amateur cars, the LMGTE Amateur, are an orange background with the white numbers, right? So, for example, the 911 RSR, 500 horsepower, and there is a differentiation for how many cc's the motor must be if it's naturally aspirated. We went over that the other night, or if there's a turbo on the car. So minimum weight must be 1,245 kilograms. I don't know what that is in U.S. measurements, but I'm sure most of you know how that translates to pounds. So that's it. That's the breakdown of the LMGTE Pro. We're going to get into the drivers, the teams and the drivers. As you saw last night, you have some pretty sick driver lineups in that, even in the amateur class. I tell you, in this LMGTE Pro class, again, some sick drivers. But, wow. I mean, you'll see. Let's get to it. So, feel free anytime you want to jump in. Questions, comments, suggestions, feel free, jump in. Anything you want to say, even if it's just, hi, how are you? All right. So, first and foremost, let's go to the teams, breakdown of the teams. The team names, we have AF Corsa team in the number 51 car. And that's a Ferrari 488 GTE Evo. 3 drivers there are Alessandro Pierre Guidi, James Collado, and Daniel Serra. Okay, that is the 51 car. Okay, the number 63 car, excuse me, number 63 car is the Corvette Racing Team, and they're obviously a Chevy Corvette C7R, which has a driver lineup of Jan Magnussen, Antonio Garcia, and Mike Rockenfeller. Good luck beating them. Magnussen, Garcia, and Rockenfeller. Yeah. That's a tough lineup. The other Corvette Racing, number 64 car, once again, another C7R Corvette. You have Olivier Gavin, Tommy Milner, who I think was born in a Corvette, and Marcel Fassler. I apologize with slaughtering some of these, some people's names, some drivers' names. Moving on to the number 66 car, the Ford Chip Ganassi Team UK in a Ford GT. We have Stefan Buick, Olivier Pla, and Billy Johnson. Number 67 card in the Ford Chip Ganassi Team UK, and of course another Ford GT. We have Andy Priol, Harry Tinknell, and Jonathan Bulmarito. Okay, and then we have in the 68 car, well, we're just going to get through this really quick and then we'll move on to some other things. The number 68 car, again, Ford Chip Ganassi. This is the Team USA section of the Ford Chip Ganassi race team. The other one was the UK team. We have a Ford GT with Joey Hand, Dirk Muller, and Sebastian Bourdais. Whew. Are you kidding me? Those three. Joey Hand, Dirk Muller, and Sebastian Bourdais. Wow. That's, if I had to make a prediction, I'd say it's between, well, before I say anything, then in the number 69 car, in the other Chip Ganassi Team USA Ford GT car, you have Ryan Briscoe, Richard Westbrook, and Scott Dixon. I mean, am I really going out on a limb saying that it's either one of those Team USA Chip Ganassi cars or that Corvette Racing, that C7R with Magnussen, Garcia, and Rockenfeller? That's going to be, you know, wrapping up the top three there? Holy moly, what a lineup. Okay, moving on, number 71 car, AF Corsa, Ferrari 488 GTE Evo. We have David Rigon, Sam Bird, and Miguel Molina. Number 81 car, BMW Team M-Tech in a BMW M8 GTE, Nicky Katzberg, Martin Tomzik, and Philip Eng. Strong team. Strong team. BMW, the number 82 car, and another BMW Team M-Tech, BMW M8 GTE, Augusto Farfus, Antonio Felix da Costa, and Jesse Krohn. Number 89 car in the Risi Competizioni. Ferrari 488 GTE Evo, Pippo Durrani, Oliver Jarvis, and Jules Gundon. And then we have number 91 car, Porsche GT team in a Porsche 911 RSR, Richard Leitz, Gian Maria Bruni, and Frederic Makowecki. I apologize. I know I'm killing some of these names. In the other 92 Porsche GT team, and again a Porsche 911 RSR, Michael Christensen, Kevin Estre, and Lorenz Van Thor. Number 93 car, another Porsche GT team in a Porsche 911 RSR, Patrick Pillay, Earl Bamber, and Nicholas Tandy. Number 94 car, Porsche GT team in a Porsche 911 RSR, Sven Mueller, Matteo Jamnet, and Dennis Olsen. Number 95 car, Aston Martin Racing in an Aston Martin Vantage AMR. We have Nikki Thiem, Marco Sorensen, and Darren Turner. And then wrapping it up in this class, the number 97 car, Aston Martin Racing in the Aston Martin Vantage AMR. We have Maxime Martin, Alexander Lynn, and Jonathan Adam. All right, that is the that wraps up the team and driver lineup. By the way, just really quick, let me know if you like the landscape mode or the portrait mode. Tell me which one is works better for everyone. I'm kind of indifferent here. I don't know. A lot of blank space over here. But anyway, that wraps it up. The once again, to review, today is Tuesday, so we're one day closer to the event. Before we do that, the winners of the LMGTE Pro Class from last year was the number 92 car, the Porsche GT team of Michael Christensen, Kevin Estre, and Lorenz Van Thor. So they did 344 laps. They were plus 44 laps behind the overall winner, which is blows your mind. They finished plus 44 laps. That means the overall race winner went by their car, lapped them 44 times in 24 hours. Wow. So interesting. The let me get over to the other thing. Let me see the official Formula 24 hours long. All right, so we went through that class. Bear with me 1 second. I want to get to the timing. Official website. Okay, here we go. So once again, tomorrow is Wednesday. That's when the free practice begins. We have at Wednesday, 10 a.m. New York time, free practice begins. It's a 4-hour session. That means it's about 4 p.m. local France time or local Le Mans time. Free practice runs for 4 hours, so from 10 till 2 p.m. And then there's a 2-hour break, and then the first qualifying session starts at 4 p.m. New York time, and it's a 2-hour qualifying session. So from 4 to 6 p.m. you see the qualifying. I do know that on the official, it's possible that let me see. A lot of times the website will have live streaming. You'll find live streaming of the race. I can't remember last year if I was watching the live stream of any practices or qualifying. I can't remember. So check the, it's just www.lemans, lemans.org, lemans.org, and keep visiting that website for any live action. If you continue into Thursday, starting at 1 p.m., you get into the second 2-hour qualifying session. So qualifying session number 2 starts at 1 p.m. on Thursday. 2 hours, goes to 3 o'clock, 1 hour break, and then at 4 p.m. on Thursday, New York time, once again, 4 p.m. New York, which means it's, wow, 10 p.m. local Le Mans time. That's when they get into the third qualifying session, and that'll go another 2 hours. Then Friday, nada, nothing. Everyone takes a break, rests, works on setup of the car, whatever it is they have to do. So rest on Friday. Saturday morning, the warm-up starts at 3 a.m. New York time, which means it's local time in France at 9 a.m. They have a 45-minute warm-up, and then the race starts 3 p.m. at France time, so it'll be 9 a.m. here, New York time, and obviously 9 a.m. Saturday to 9 a.m. Sunday. So let me know anyone who you guys plan on watching the race, anyone going to the race, anyone going to stay up all night and watch the race. I know different teams put out live in-car coverage or a live stream from inside their car, which is always cool to do. I remember one year running multiple monitors in my office where I had different in-cars from different teams going on. It was awesome to watch. Some streams have commentary, some don't. I tend to gravitate toward the streams with no commentary, so you can. I like to hear where they're shifting. I like to hear the brakes. I like to hear them shifting and running through the gears, where their shift points are on the track, different points on the track. I'm familiar with Le Mans just from a lot of the simulation miles and sim racing games and so on. So I put a lot of laps around Le Mans. So I love to just hear how late they're braking. I love to see where they're hitting their entry points, their apex, their exit points. I love. There's just a lot to learn from watching from the in-car camera. Simple as that. Was strolling through the Le Mans Instagram feed today. They put out the official photo of all 186 drivers. It's an impressive photo. Pretty crazy. You can go over to their Instagram, which is in French, which is 24. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, but it's in French. It's the 24 hours of Le Mans. So I think if you just run that through Instagram 24 hours Le Mans, it'll automatically just shoot you right to this to their feed. Love it. Totally excited. Anyone else wants to jump in, feel free. But I think tomorrow night we're going to get into the LMP2 class, which is the largest class, and then on Thursday night we'll do the LMP1 class, which is the smallest class. So, and a lot of good drivers in both, I mean, across the board, man. I'm just really surprised how evenly spread the talent is across all the classes. Some of these team lineups are scary, though. I mean, that which one was it there? The that Ford Chip Ganassi Team USA and the Ford GT. Both cars from the Team USA Ganassi team and the Ford GTs. You have the Joey Hand, Dirk Mueller, Sebastian Bourdais in one of them, and then the other one is Ryan Briscoe, Richard Westbrook, and Scott Dixon. Are you kidding me? I mean, it's crazy. I think they're in it to win it. So good luck to them and obviously everyone else there. Excited to go through the lineup of all the other classes. We'll do that, like I said, tomorrow night. LMP2 tomorrow night, and then I think by the time we do that tomorrow night, we will be able to review or have more information on. That'll be 4 p.m. We'll definitely have more information then on how not only the practice went for some of the teams, but also on the first qualifying session. So we'll have a lot more to report on top of the team lineups tomorrow. So very excited to move forward with it. Looks like it's going to be a good weekend. That's it. All right. Once again, guys, thank you very much. The review of the amateur class from last night got some good views. Any feedback, please throw it. Once again, you can always hit me up on Twitter at Flyin18T, Flyin, the number 1, the number 8, the letter T. Also on YouTube. All videos will be posted on YouTube shortly after they broadcast here on Periscope. I don't know, kind of digging the landscape mode. Let me know. I think might stick with this for the next one. So might hang some posters over on this side over here. A little blank area. I don't know. Figure it out together. All right, guys. Thank you. Have a great night.